On today's important topic, I would like to discuss a new issue that was introduced just recently into GTA Online with proof discussed by someone that it was just added recently. New remote crash exploit discovered and developed by mod menu devs specifically for the PC mod menus. So without further ado, I hope you guys do find this video informative in any way, shape, or form possible, especially if you want to check out these information topics that I have definitely discussed on my latest GTA Weekly Update and News video, or if you want to check that out, I'll put the link of that in the description below. For those of you who want to check out my Twitch, in which I may stream later after this video is uploaded, well, you can check that out as well. I'll put the link in that in the description below as well. Anyways, without further ado, let's go through this bullshit topic that is very unfortunate for it to exist, but Rockstar just does not care. Because it's Rockstar, they just want your money. They don't give a shit about your security, and here's proof of why. So coming up with a background cover for this video, I have nothing better to show you during this explanation other than this guy's face. Mainly because this is all they care about from GTA Online. Especially from anyone on GTA Online, regardless if it's PC or GTA+. Still, regardless though, the main topic that should not be secluded from what I like to bring up is the fact that there is a new remote crash exploit that's been added to what Tez2 has said, a P2C menu, but he says, or at least he hopes, he claims, it's quite limited and will be patched with the DLC coming up later this week. Thankfully, it can't affect you in private lobbies or during missions, and it only works in public lobbies, in which, regardless if it's me or if you've watched anyone else who actually knows the situation at hand in GTA Online, especially on PC, they say, of course, to continue playing as normal, but still be wary of public lobbies as usual. Though there was recently another issue that was brought up, especially brought up by the professional himself, where he says anyone who ever wants to play GTA Online on PC should just avoid public lobbies at all costs, because it's literally a risk to your safety and security to be in a public lobby in which you don't know who you're around, and anyone could have access to your computer if they wanted to, because of course Rockstar Securities just allows it to happen, just straight up. Now, my thoughts on this, of course, is I hope it is not that developed and will be patched with a DLC. That's a hope, and I mean fingers crossed, because chances are after the DLC comes out, obviously within the first hour, mod developers are gonna have to work like on the spot to update their mod menus, make a new launcher, whatever they have to do that they state on their newswires or whatever, to say, oh yeah, we've updated, now you can download this new launcher or browser or blah blah blah, and you'll be able to basically inject it into your game and move on as usual. Now, I do not know what this mod menu RCE really does at this point. I think it just is just a new way to crash your game through a new exploit that developers have discovered. Don't know if it's as effective through that, but generally there's other means for players to get crashed. I am not a modder myself, so I would not know about whatever this new RCE has been added to a mod menu in GTA Online. But as far as I'm concerned, though, that I do know about, reading down through this tweet that Tez2 has shared with us on his homepage, the best comment I could come across is this person basically stating, long story short, if Rockstar Games actually cared, they could end all of the hack menus really easy. But they don't care at all. Of course they don't. They just want your money. Just straight up. I've already made a rant on this, like, earlier last week. I'm not gonna make another 20-minute discussion on that, because of course we already know, or at least we should know, Rockstar just does not care. They don't care. The only thing they do care about is how much people are spending endless amounts of money into GTA Plus, because Rockstar keeps endlessly pay-baiting them by giving them new unique content that no one else could ever get a week later, until a week later. And yes, this rant comes right after last week when Rockstar support has finally identified a vulnerability with GTA Online, specifically through the Diamond Casino Heist or arcade properties on PC, in which they've basically taken a measure, finally, just a day later, especially stated by Tez2 himself, that they've basically disabled the arcade from being purchased by new players, or they've disabled all setups from being accessible through the arcade property. Now, of course, I've already made a rant on this. If you want to check out that 20-minute video, I'll even find the link of that. That was not too long ago that I've made that video. I'll put it in the description below for those who wants to check it out. And trust me, I was fucking pissed when I made that video, because honestly, the fact that Rockstar even allows shit like this to happen in the first place under their nose, and they still have the audacity to care less about it. And the best part about all this, if you even wish to contact Rockstar support about even an issue that they're aware they're investigating, the only things that they're going to respond to you with is, please send us a file of your DXDiag or MS-Info files from your computer to continue investigating or troubleshooting our issue, because we believe it's your fault through your computer that we have this issue. Or they're simply going to ask you to disable any antivirus, anti-malware, or firewall software, which if they ask you to do that, ditch the ticket, don't even respond, just ignore them. There's absolutely no reason they should ever tell you to disable your antivirus or firewall. Because long story short, if you ever disable this specific software on your computer, you're basically telling the hacker, I kind of didn't want you to have access to my computer, but because Rockstar services are already allowing you to anyways, like, touch a scrap of surface from my computer, basically disabling this is saying, please have my door wide open, come right in and steal my computer from inside out if you wish. And I've even made an example in that video where your firewall is basically the safe that's being locked up behind a door inside of your local bank. And if this firewall were to ever be disabled or uninstalled or turned off, literally the bank might as well have the vault door wide open, having stored personal treasures of numerous members of the community, personal treasures, pensions, personal pays, whatever they have on the side that they wish to keep in the bank, because just has the door wide open, including the fact that especially if they would ever have to go to such an extent, the local bank being in connection with your local county sheriff's department, with numerous cellmates, numerous cells being behind their bars, that the jail cell might as well open their gates and say, guys, feel free to go, you're free to go, doesn't matter if they have 2 months left to serve their sentence, 60 years left to serve their sentence, if they stay there their whole life because they did an extreme crime that was a crime against humanity, now they can walk free, walk up to their bank and say, oh look, the vault's open, let's just stay. That's literally what this firewall is preventing from happening, that if you were to ever disable it, well, good luck recovering your computer if shit hits the fan. And these guys are very persistent to send your files of DXDiag or MS-Info, and if you send it, and if they don't have any issues they can find on it, oh, it could be, you know, it was incomplete, please send them again, or well, we believe it's still persisting, so please disable your firewall antivirus, please disable the antivirus firewall. And if you're smart enough like me, you may end up getting a response by Rockstar support, where if you know well enough that you should never disable your firewall just to run a broken ass shitty game that literally has negative securities to the point that they would call hackers and say, please rob this place, it's wide open, that they're going to be hesitant to tell you, no, please disable your firewall. Please disable your firewall. Our services cannot run properly if you have a firewall running. But if you're still smart enough and speak against it, well, you're finally going to have a message from Tier 3 who will say, you failed numerous requests from our support bots for you to disable your firewall in order to run GTA Online properly without any proper risks that we do not wish to take into consideration and wish to have no affiliation if anything were to ever happen to your computer. And because of that, we wish to go ahead and close your support ticket because you refuse to accept our help. Because you're too smart for us. And this is why I do not want you to ever rely on Rockstar support. Don't rely on Rockstar support. I mean it. Just don't. They're just not reliable. You cannot rely on them. They're here for technical support, but when you speak to them about issues that affect your gameplay progression, or lag your game, or your game keeps getting crashed and you never know about it, of course I knew about it. I keep specking about, oh yeah, we have modders in the game, please do something about it, but they're like, no, we believe it's an issue on your end, please send us a file of your DXDiag. I don't give a shit, Rockstar, just fix the issues that we have at hand in your game. Oh, we don't care. Oh, you want us to care? No, too much work. It's gonna cost too much of our shark card microtransactions to put into labor to be able to help you guys. Regardless, I made this entire rant just to continue letting this pressure off my chest of how bullshit Rockstar is, but regardless, there is a new exploit going on, a new remote crash exploit going on through mod menus developed by mod developers who have thousands times more care about their programs rather than Rockstar Games themselves. Which honestly, if Rockstar Games ever bought out a few of these mod menu developers who would actually be willing to help the game be proper as best as they could, I think Rockstar would actually have better securities than what they currently have right now. I swear, there's anti-cheat is such a meme right now. I'm tempted to making 100 short clips just to mock their securities at this point. I'm tempted. Regardless though, if you ever wish to join GTLN on public lobbies, I'm letting you know right now in this video, if you ever come across it, be wary. You're signing a death wish for your computer for even joining a public lobby for 1 second. You're signing a death wish for your computer, and I like to warn you in that most extreme of extremities as possible, you're playing at risk. So I just like to warn you right now, especially if you come across this video, be careful. If you ever wish to play GTA Online, make a few friends on Discord if you have to. Make a YouTube video and say, I need friends on GTA Online for all I care. Which, by the way, the capacity for how many friends you can make on Social Club is up to 250. Not including unaccepted friend requests, but still, legitimate Social Club friend requests. And just stick with private lobbies, not public lobbies, private lobbies, friends lobbies, invite-only lobbies. Just stick with those on PC if you ever really wish to play. If you really want to fuck around and find out with a mod menu or just by yourself peacefully, if peacefully, fuck that word at this point, honestly. If you just want to fuck around and find out in a public lobby, go ahead. I'm not stopping you, but I'm just letting you know you're gonna put your computer at risk at this point. Anyways, that's what I really want to rant about and bring up to your information. There's a new RCE going on in GTA Online. Straight up. Thanks, Rockstar, for the amount of cares you have for the PC players especially. Anyways, I hope you guys did find this video as informative as I tried possible in making it, just to warn you that there is a new remote crash exploit added to GTA Online, especially that I've only found out as much information as I could, only from Ted2 making his statement. That's as much as I know about, but regardless of whatever this exploit is, be careful in public lobbies. Even if it may be underdeveloped and may be patched by the next DLC, I would still let you know to be careful. Because you may never know. It may involve at some point in time an exploit that may go to a new extremity as it did once upon a time, where it could mark themselves as a Rockstar developer and potentially brick your accounts again, or even throw your computer into a blue screen of death. But still, you've been warned after watching this video. But still, I can't stop you, I can't force you to stop playing public lobbies. If you wish to go back in public lobbies, by all means, fuck around and find out, but as far as I'm concerned, be careful. Thank you for watching, good luck out there, be safe, stay safe, don't disable your firewall, and slap Rockstar in the face with a 12-inch sloppy fucking fat purple ass Barney dildo for how fucking stupid they are for telling you to disable your firewall and antivirus while playing GTA Online just to be able to run their game. Because that just means that something is wrong with the game, they just don't want to admit it. Because they're fat fucking lazy fuckwits who just want your money. Thank you for watching. Good luck out there. Be safe. And if you want to check out my latest GTA Online weekly update video again, it's in the description below. If you want to check out my Twitch, I'll put that in the description below as well. And now I stopped the video 14 minutes in. Thank you for watching, and yeah, Rockstar, thank you for giving no shits about PC player safety and securities to this day and beyond. Yay, fucking lazy, fucking dumb, fucking piece of absolute